50-year mortgages aren't in Canada yet, but they could cost you over $1 million. What if I told you that a proposed solution to make homes more affordable could actually cost you over $1 million on an average house? Everyone's talking about the 50-year mortgages, but they're missing the financial trap. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you the shocking math that proves this fix is one of the worst financial deals you could ever take. This isn't some random idea. The 50-year mortgage is being floated in the United States to tackle their housing crisis. And whenever a big financial idea takes root south of the border, you can bet that someone in Canada is paying close attention to it. Before we get excited about lower monthly payments, we need to have a very serious, very honest conversation about what this actually means for your wallet, your life, and your future. Because the real cost isn't on the monthly statement, it's hidden in the fine print for decades. And trust me, the banks would be the biggest winners. Let's not sugarcoat it. The dream of owning a home in Canada feels broken for an entire generation. Prices in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver have shot up in the sky. In even smaller towns, a starter home can feel like a life sentence of debt. For so many young Canadians, it feels like the deck is stacked against them. You do everything right. You go to school, you get a job, and you save like crazy. And yet the finish line keeps on moving further away. The biggest hurdle for most people isn't just the down payment, it's the scary monthly cost. With interest rates having climbed from the historic lows, the mortgage payment on an average home can be crippling. This pressure has people desperate for any kind of relief that might lower their bills and get them into the market. This is the exact environment where dangerous ideas dressed up as a solution start to sound good. And the government is already responding to the affordability crunch. As of late 2024, the maximum amortization for insured mortgages for the first-time home buyer was stretched from 25 years to 30 years. The goal was simple: to lower the monthly payment to help more young people qualify. This was a big change, but now whispers of even more extreme idea, the 50-year mortgage, are starting to surface. It promises even a lower monthly payment, an even easier way in. But as we're all about to see, easy comes at a staggering, almost unbelievable price. So what exactly is a 50-year mortgage? On the surface, it's simple. Instead of paying off your home over the standard 25 years or 30 years, you stretch those payments over a half a century. The appeal is immediate and powerful. A lower monthly payment. When you spread the same debt over a much longer time, each payment gets smaller and smaller. For someone stretched thin, staring at a mortgage calculator that just won't work, this sounds like a miracle. It could mean the difference between qualifying for a loan or staying as a renter forever. It might even seem like a clever way to afford a bigger home in a better neighborhood. Promoters will say it's a tool to get your foot into the door and you can refinance at a later time. Right? Wrong. This is the sales pitch. It's seductive because it targets the main pain point, monthly cash flow. It frames the 50-year mortgage as the key to unlocking a door that's been slammed shut. And if you are only looking at that one number, the monthly payment, it's an incredibly tempting offer. But this is a classic financial trap. It focuses all of your attention on the small, short-term benefit while distracting you from the devastating long-term cost. The question we need to ask isn't, can I afford the monthly payments? The real question is, what is the true cost of this home over my entire life? When we ask that, the beautiful dream of a 50-year mortgage quickly turns into a financial nightmare. Okay, this is where you need to lean in. I'm going to lay out the numbers, and they are shocking. We won't use made-up figures. Let's use a realistic example for the Canadian real estate market. Let's imagine a home with a purchase price near the national average, leaving you with a mortgage of $750,000. We will use a representative 5-year fixed interest rate of 4.5% to see how the amortization period changes everything. First, the traditional 25-year amortization, your monthly payment would be about $4,155. Over those 25 years, you'd pay your $750,000 principal plus roughly $496,500 in total interest. That's a lot of interest, but it is the standard cost of borrowing today. Now, let's check the new 30-year amortization. That same $750,000 mortgage at 4.5% has a lower monthly payment of about $3,800. That saves you $355 a month, which feels great. However, because you're paying for 5 extra years, your total interest paid skyrockets to approximately $618,000. So, to save $355 a month, you end up paying an extra $121,500 in interest. That's a pretty serious big trade-off. And now for the main event, the 50-year mortgage. That same $750,000 mortgage at 4.5% would drop your monthly payments to around $3,080. That's over $1,000 less per month compared to the 25-year option. This is the siren song. This is the magic trick. It looks like an incredible deal. But here's a devastating truth. Over those 50 years, the total interest you would pay is a mind-blowing $1,098,000. Let that sink in. You borrowed $750,000. You will pay back $750,000, and on top of that, you will hand the banks over $1 million in interest. You're paying for your home nearly twice. The small monthly savings completely evaporated under a mountain of long-term debt. This isn't a solution. It's a trap designed to transfer the wealth from your pocket directly into the bank's balance sheet for the next 2 generations. That horrifying interest cost is the headline, but it's not the only trap. The damage goes deep, affecting your financial freedom for your entire life. First, let's talk about building equity, the part of your home you actually own. With a 50-year mortgage, the process is agonizingly slow because the payments are almost entirely interest in the first early decades. Picture this. After 10 years of making your $3,080 payment every single month, that's over $369,000 in payments. You would have paid off less than $80,000 of your original $750,000 loan. The other $289,000 gone. Poof! Vanished into the bank's pocket as pure interest. You'd be living in the house, maintaining it, paying taxes on it, but after a full decade, the bank would still own over 90% of it. Your home, which should be your primary asset, becomes little more than a rental where you're also responsible for all of the repairs. The second trap is what we call the golden handcuffs. A 50-year mortgage chains you to the debt for your whole entire working life and well into the retirement. If you get this mortgage at 30, you won't be able to pay it off until you're 80 years old. Want to switch careers and take a pay cut? The mortgage is still there. You want to retire early? No. The mortgage says no. You need to move? You have so little equity, it might be hard to sell and recover all the cost. You become a servant to the debt. So who really benefits? It's painfully clear. It's the banks. A 50-year mortgage is a guaranteed income stream for them for a whole half a century. And while this is all hypothetical for individual home buyers, it's worth noting that the Canadian regulators like the CMHC have started offering up to 50-year amortization for developers of certain multi-level units, not for individual home ownership. Look, I get the desperation. The housing market is brutal and the dream of owning a home is powerful, but the dangerous solutions that prey on the desperations are not the answer. The math doesn't lie. A 50-year mortgage isn't a key to the middle class. It's a blueprint for a lifetime of debt. While they aren't an option for you in Canada yet, the conversation is happening, and you need to be armed with the truth. The move to 30-year amortization for the first-time buyer already significantly increases the long-term cost of a home in exchange for monthly relief. Pushing it to 50 years would be a generational mistake. As a financial professional, my message is clear. Beware of easy answers. Responsible home ownership is built on sound financial principles, not on accounting tricks. Focus on what you can afford, not what the bank is willing to lend you. And that brings me to a real question we should be asking. Is the small monthly saving worth handing over $500,000 or more in interest? I don't think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Would you even consider a 50-year mortgage if it becomes available? If you are buying or selling in Mississauga or Brampton, I can show you exactly how much you save with different strategies. Give me a call or a quick text message at 416-845-9872. If you have found this information helpful, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see you soon.